This presentation you will learn about liminality. When Van Gennep constructed his theory of rites of passage, his transitional or liminal phase was a place in which there could be some liberation from social norms. He defined the liminal place as a gap between the ordered worlds where almost anything could happen. Van Gennep utilizes the word liminal, derived from the Latin term for threshold, and Turner develops it as a crucial component of his concept of liminality. The real or symbolic thresholds are very important components of ritual and symbolic experience. At these points, the ritual subject in between fixed points of classification in an ambiguous situation, structurally invisible in terms of society's classification systems. Liminality is the condition of being midpoint between a status sequence. Let me simplify this for you. It simply means that not everything has a structure. There are things in between the structure. This in between section is called as liminality. According to Turner, major liminal occasions are when a society takes cognizance of itself, takes stock of people's place in the emotional, spiritual, and social world, and reinterprets the overarching pattern of social relations that define social structure. In simple words, a society recognizes itself through various situations, whether it's emotional, spiritual, or social. And how it interprets itself is what is the social structure. Now, in liminal spaces, a person can stand outside of their normal social roles and embrace alternative social arrangements and values. It is a dangerous place where structure loses its grip, as is illustrated by many taboos surrounding these periods. So, when you're unsure of something, okay, you stand outside and look at the social role that is known as liminality. Liminality represents a stripping down of structural status, and so our conceptualizing of it is usually focused more on our interpretation of nature rather than culture as the dominating feature of liminal experience. In Turner's model, structural customs, once broken down, reveal two human traits: the liberated intellect and the natural body or spirit. Social fields and arenas. Turner describes the spaces where subversive alternatives to the dominant social structure can be posed as social fields. In these liminal mental and social spaces, alternatives to paradigms or models for how society should be are presented in social dramas or cathartic experiences. So, for example, when we watch a movie, we are relieved of our stress because it is entertaining, it is not real. So these are called as liminal mental social spaces. Thus, he defines fields as abstract cultural domains where paradigms for social interaction, values, and symbolic representations are formulated, established, and come into conflict with existing social and symbolic structures. Turner uses the term arena to describe the setting in which new paradigms of social and symbolic structure are put into place and established as the new orthodoxy. There is a subsequent power battle between the various sponsors of alternative models of socio-cultural structure, and it is in this conflict that gives the underlying meaning to the role played by social dramas in society. I hope you have understood liminality better. Thank you for watching the presentation.